Microsoft had a lot of promise going into this year's E3. The Xbox needs more games and Microsoft needs more studios to make them. And boy, did they deliver the goods.
E3 2018 is well underway and the announcements are coming in thick and fast from the numerous press conferences. Microsoft has definitely been pulling its weight in that regard, coming out with everything from a new Halo to, well, let's just say the company is expanding its portfolio. Microsoft's conference kicked off on Sunday, June the 10th, and the whole show was essentially a series of trailers, one after the other. In the wake of EA's rather lackluster conference the day before, Microsoft came flying out of the gates. The Xbox conference kicked off with the announcement of Halo Infinite, which had a nice teaser trailer not showing much of anything but some Marines driving a Warthog and a quick glimpse of Master Chief, no other info or release date. Then they showed off the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest called Ori and the Will of the Wisps, due out in 2019. Then there was this, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice from the makers of Dark Souls. It looks pretty much like Samurai Ninja Bloodborne. Cast your minds back a few months to the Shadows Die Twice teaser that people were arguing was either Bloodborne or Tenchu. Well, it was neither, mate. It's Sekiro, and it looks ace. That's coming to Xbox, PC and PS4 in 2019. We did get a good look at this, which is really nice after a teaser. Everyone's been, trying to figure out what this could be. Is it Bloodborne? Is it Tenchu? It's neither. It's a new IP. It's got a grappling hook, a lot of movement and momentum, which looks quite new for a From Software game. I like the look of it. There's some big monsters and some horrible bosses. It looks like exactly what I think it was going to be, and I can't wait.
So Fallout 76 was next, giving us a look at the world, which is 4 times the size of Fallout 4, set this time in the hills of West Virginia. It takes place in the years shortly after the bombs dropped in Fallout's post-apocalyptic universe. Fallout 76 is going to be an online multiplayer game, but that's not something we really got into until the Bethesda conference, which we'll cover in another video. We'll pop a link in the description once it's up. Then there was the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. That's not us saying that, that's just the title of the game, which is a new game in the narrative-focused world of Life is Strange. That's a free download due out on June the 26th. We also saw some Crackdown 3, which of course is delayed into February 2019, but the new Terry Crews heavy trailer looks suitably fun and lighthearted, clearly taking a note from the Saints Row franchise. We got another trailer reminding us that Metro Exodus is coming out, showing off what looks like a much more open world than the first 2 post-apocalyptic titles. And that is out on February the 22nd. So this is one that stuck out for me. It looks pretty cool. The weapons as showed in the trailer looked customizable, which kind of stuck out to me. It looks a bit like Fallout 4 and how you can change your weapons based on how you want it, customize it all you want. Also, what's notable is that this game shares a release date with Anthem, which is February the 22nd, and also Days Gone. So some big hitters there on that one day. There's 3 pretty huge games happening on February 22nd. Which one are you going to pick up? Because I don't know yet, honestly.
One other note as well, the worlds looked actually a little bit more open. Looked like there was more space and more room to explore, which is going to be pretty new for the series if that actually turns out like that. Forza Horizon 4 was revealed, taking place in Britain, and like a lot of games these days, takes place in a full shared or live world. So it's a full online experience. It runs at 60 FPS on the Xbox One X, one of the few genuine Xbox exclusives at the conference. It's out on PC and Xbox on October the 2nd and will be included as part of Xbox Game Pass on day 1. We also saw the Division 2 in action for the first time. That's another live game. It moves from the streets of New York of the first game to Washington DC, which is overrun in places with vegetation. It's certainly a different feel for the series. We got a chunky gameplay demo featuring that awesome scripted player chat, which everyone loves. The Division 2 is coming out on March the 15th, 2019. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was also shown off. That's out on September the 14th. There was a new skateboarding game called Session on the way, and Devil May Cry 5 was confirmed with a meaty trailer showing plenty of story teasers and a fair bit of gameplay. Described as a true sequel, it's out in the spring of 2019.
Bandai Namco also announced Jump Force, which is a huge anime fighting game, kind of like Smash. Dying Light 2 was shown off as well with video game legend Chris Avellone, who's on board as a narrative designer. Avellone has worked on some classic games with great storytelling, including Knights of the Old Republic 2, Fallout New Vegas, Planescape Torment, and Pillars of Eternity. Developer Techland seemed keen to showcase the more narrative side of the Zombie Smasher sequel, including choices with consequences and branching dialogue. There's a new Battletoads game due out in 2019, and Just Cause 4, which was leaked last week via an ad on Steam and was confirmed for release on December the 4th this year. With Just Cause 4, that means Avalanche are working on 3 games, including Rage 2 and Generation Zero. We also saw confirmation of 3 Gears of War games. Gears of War 5, Gears Tactics, and Gears of War Funko Pop mobile game. The Microsoft conference closed with a new trailer for the massively anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 from the makers of The Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red. And we'll be doing another full separate video on the trailer and info we saw for that game, so look out for that one.
But perhaps the biggest news came more on the business front for Microsoft. The company announced it's acquired a bunch of studios and it's opened up a brand new one. Microsoft has outright acquired Hellblade creators Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games, the people behind We Happy Few, State of Decay makers Undead Labs, and Playground Games, the creators of Forza Horizon. Phil Spencer also confirmed that Microsoft's hardware team is working on a new Xbox, and the company added a handful of titles including Fallout 4, The Division, and Elder Scrolls Online to the Xbox Game Pass. There were plenty of other things as well. That's not even a fully comprehensive list. We'll put some links in the description if you want to read some more or watch some other videos or whatever. There's Nier Automata, which has just previously been on PlayStation and PC. That's coming to the Xbox finally, so that's great for Xbox gamers. There's DLC announcements for Sea of Thieves, Cuphead I think as well, had kind of an expansion-y type thing. So there was loads of stuff going on. It was genuinely games. The number was about 50, I think, was the actual number of games that they crammed into one conference. So that's one downside. It felt like it was jumping from one to the other like really quickly because there's so many short, tight trailers and stuff getting chucked out there. But that, that's a small price to pay because there's a lot of games to talk about here.
Yeah, what was notable for me is that there was something for everybody, whether you're a Microsoft Xbox gamer or not. There's something that, because there were so many cross-platform games. It was a showcase of just some of the best games and some of the newest announcements of games that you could get excited for, no matter what platform you played with, no matter what affiliation you have in terms of gaming. I think it was an awesome showcase, to be honest, the way that they've had marketing partnerships with the like of Cyberpunk. I just like that. I just like having so much info and so much excitement in such a short period of time, and honestly I was really impressed with what Microsoft did. Although people might criticize them, where's the exclusives, where's the we just want exclusives for you. That's an easy criticism to make. For me, it was just an exciting time. I was really excited to see Dying Light because that looks really cool. Chris Avellone on board, really excited. We'll go into all that in future videos later on this week or something. We'll unpack all the information, but for now, just awesome. So there you have it. What caught your eye from the conference? Let us know down in the comments below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to check out some more E3 updates coming up this week. Check out another video on your screen there and support the channel on Patreon using that link. We'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye for now.